maintain your link up, okay, with the various universities on it. Nowadays, if I need anything, I just pick up the phone, I say, oh, hello Noel, or hello Rahman, or whatever, in all over the world. But it's so easy to make friends now, so when you go back, there'll be use for them. They'll have use for you as well. It's going to be, both ways. And we like to have focused areas of research, okay? We'd like to know what the desired outcomes would be out of this research before we part with the money, because we're hoping to do with the greater autonomy, we can be able to provide funding for various research. Patents important, which is something fairly new certainly within UBDNA. Ataupun kalau the new pun ada banyak orang sort of exercise this, getting some of their work patented, and then look for industry and commercial partners. Let me skip this. Boring. Oop, what was that? And in conclusion, okay, there's huge enthusiasm, certainly for research in higher education at the moment, and I can see that within this room as well, I'm sure, because this is why you're doing your master's or your PhD. There is a recognition, this is important, at the political level in the country, that research and development would hold a key to future possibility. Let's just imagine Brunei without oil and gas. Just ponder on that for a moment, because at the moment, kadang-kadang kita ni terfikir that one day this finite commodity will not exist anymore. Okay, so I think that's important. And then there are obvious benefits gained from the development of a research culture, and of course we need you all. I'm not saying you all come to UBD. Okay, it doesn't have to be university. It could be your own institutions, but please, we need you. This is how much we have, 165 million in 5 years. I don't know if we could spend that. Can I say something about SPN 21? My talk's over, okay? Does anyone know anything about SPN 21? I'm quite happy later on. It doesn't have to be at this platform, but I'm going to have a break. We might want to talk about that. Please put your support in this. And I think if this is if this moves along smoothly and is successful, I tell you, the whole educational landscape in Brunei could be a model landscape for other countries in the world. It is very important. Now we're talking more about making the students, the learners, to be more independent, be more creative and stuff. I just one last slide. Is that okay? Playing you this video, but I bring this up here, okay? Not because I want to preach, okay? Calm down. It's because I think for us, now it doesn't matter whether you're Muslim, whether you're Malay, whether you're Chinese or whatever, okay? It is important that you all know your identity. Now, this is something that we preach very much, certainly in UBD, and I know the other two universities as well, okay? I think we should be proud of who we are, okay? Our philosophy of Melayu Islam Prajata. Recently we had an interesting talk. We invited an expert and did a presentation to a whole host of people, including all the high commissioners and ambassadors in Brunei. And I tell you, the ambassadors were very critical, so much so that I had to stand out. Because they were saying that, with oil and gas, depleted, now how relevant is MIB now? And the other one is, what was it? I can't remember what they are because I was so angry. But they're still my friends. But my point is that it is because of our identity that we are where we are at the moment. If you had a chance to listen or read about Minister Mentor Lee Kuan Yew's speech recently in Brunei, we actually decided not to join Malaysia, but Singapore did. And then when Singapore eventually pulled out, LKY went up to Almarhum and said, we should have done what you did. Okay, but the reason why we were able to do this is because we were able to identify ourselves as a Bruneian. Okay, now a Bruneian, doesn't matter what your race is, what your religion is. I think the concept of MIB is one of tolerance, is one of progress, is one of innovation. And just remember that MIB can exist in the modern world. Okay, it's very important. Jadi please ingat saja kamu jawaban. Kadang-kadang kalau kan tagorat tu bukannya kan marahi tu. Sometimes I get that a lot from my parents as well, even at this age. But there you go. I am done. That's my, oops, sorry. That's my email if there's any critique about my presentation. And I would be happy to welcome any comments, any questions, if I have time, because the lawyer is looking at me.